Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Within the past 24 hours or so, we've actually seen several new updates go out in Call of Duty, some of which are actual in-game updates, some very important ones if you're trying to do some certain things. We've also got some further clarification on the major HQ update going on with Call of Duty in general, leading up to the launch of MW3 that quite literally affects every single player who plans on playing. So as we get into the details today, if you enjoy the video, do me a favor and drop a like on it. Let's try and shoot for 1,000 likes on this one. And if you're new to the channel, every day I got you covered with absolutely everything you need to know about COD, whether it's Warzone, MW3, anything in between. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications to always stay up to date. But initially here, I saw you guys going crazy yesterday because when the MW3 early access campaign dropped, they had a major server issue, which COD Updates initially talked about here, and this was affecting basically everything: MW2, Warzone, DMZ, MW3, and what it was doing was that it was locking everyone out. So if you pre-ordered MW3, you couldn't play the campaign. It said you didn't pre-order it. If you were trying to play MW2, it made it look like you got completely max reset. You were back at level 1, you didn't have any operators, guns, skins, anything like that. It was a server issue though, it was a server outage, and they did end up fixing this pretty early on yesterday afternoon. So if you happen to see all that craziness and then you just logged off and haven't, tried to jump on again, it is now fixed. All your progress is still there. They didn't reset anyone, but your base rank might take a little bit to actually fully fix itself and show you were level, 910 or, 1020, whatever the case may be, right? So just a heads up, that outage is now done and everything's back to normal. If you pre-ordered, you can play the campaign now. If you didn't pre-order and you're just trying to do some stuff on Warzone or MW2, it's all functioning as intended yet again. And speaking of Warzone and MW2, Infinity Ward actually had a response to this server outage with a nice little treat, I guess. Initially, back for Halloween, you guys may recall we had the whole Price's Revenge rumored event going on Halloween night. Yeah, it was just for double souls, or like boosted souls, kind of lackluster, but it was only live for like 12 hours or something. They boosted the souls for just Halloween night until the next morning, but then COD Updates ended up posting, hey, we just released an update that boosts the soul collection again until the haunting ends on November 6th. And then Infinity Ward did follow this up by saying, we understand that a bunch of players missed a window of time to grind souls due to an outage today. To account for that lost time, we are enabling the boost in soul collection until Monday. Earn more souls in all playlists on Al-Mazrah night. This includes doubling the match cap and doubling the number of souls dropped by operators. So if you're not playing MW3, or maybe you've already beat the campaign and you're back on Warzone and MW2 grinding, if you need to get that ghoulie camo before the event ends in just a couple of days, the souls are going to be more abundant, I guess you could say. They're going to be easier to acquire now than ever before, so definitely worth grinding that out if you haven't yet. And then also, this is another big one that they just fixed. COD Updates posted for MW2 and Warzone and DMZ that Underbarrel attachment tuning is now back. I've seen you guys asking about this a lot on all the loadout videos the past couple of days or so. Hey, why can't I tune my Underbarrel? Anyone know why my Ripper Underbarrel is glitched? It was out of the game because it was crashing everyone's game when you go to tune, but they fixed that now so you can completely tune all your attachments as normal. Yes, tuning is fully back, and as of right now, we know it's going to be returning in MW3 unless they make some major change. Ideally, I'd love to see it not in the game. I think it's kind of useless outside of optic tuning, but regardless, it's back with Underbarrels now, and that's all normal again too. Hey everyone, real quick, just wanted to give a shout out to my friends over at Control Freak. Funny enough, Control Freak was actually the very first partner I ever had on my channel many years ago, and genuinely all this time later, I'm using Control Freaks every single day. These truly are one of the things that I cannot play without anymore. I'm so used to having the longer sticks on my controllers, but more importantly, the better grip as well. They offer various different designs for what you prefer in terms of your thumbstick style, whether it's domed, concave, mid-rise, high-rise, low-rise. They got plenty of different options. My current loadout for my Control Freaks consists of one Vortex Control Freak and then one of the new Destiny 2 Lightfall Control Freaks. Love the feel of these. If you ever want to get a pair for yourself, throw in code WHosImmortal at checkout. You'll get yourself a nice little discount. But then we get to the major HQ updates for COD right now. And this has been a big discussion the past couple of days, because with this whole Call of Duty HQ thing that they're going on in the COD hub that they've basically created with MW2 Warzone and now MW3 moving forward, and then next year with Black Ops it's going to continue and be the same thing. All the Call of Duty games, new and these past couple ones, are on the same application. You just go to the menu and you boot MW3 from MW2, or you're going to boot COD 2024 from this COD HQ app. I personally find it to be more obnoxious than it is helpful. I don't like the idea of having to load up Warzone to then close Warzone and load up MW3. Just let me load up MW3. But regardless, a big thing here is file size, because it's been crazy the past couple of days. We've obviously been seeing major updates drop that are like, 20 gigs in size, 30 gigs in size, and they're primarily meant for, COD HQ to update early access for the campaign, or in a couple of days for multiplayer. But if you're not going to buy MW3, or you're not playing the campaign early, if you're just a Warzone player, or you're just a DMZ player, you're still stuck with this 30 gig download. So this is what Call of Duty has to say about that. MW3 is almost here. In preparation, we would like to provide an update on file sizes which are larger than last year. This is due to the increased amount of content available day one, including open world zombies, support for item carry forward from MW2, as well as map files for current Warzone. Note, as a part of our ongoing optimization efforts, your final installation size will actually be smaller than the combined previous Call of Duty experiences. So as of right now, with all the preloads and everything going on, it's just stacking file size larger. But when the full game drops on November 10th, there will be like that day one update or whatever, and that's supposedly going to optimize things and shrink that overall file size. So that is important to note. Now, another big thing I've seen a lot of you guys talking about is, do you have to have MW2 to play MW3, or do you need to have this installed to play this for MW3? You can manage your COD files in the Manage Files section of the COD HQ launcher menu. This includes the ability to uninstall specific content you are not actively playing. For instance, Charlie Intel talks about it here. Modern Warfare 3 does not take up a full 200 gigs on your console or PC, but currently with all the preloads and everything, it might be similar in size to that, but you can uninstall various different game packs if you want to. The base install of COD HQ, which everyone has to have, is 50 gigs, and then each pack is going to stack atop that, basically. So for instance, when I'm in my COD HQ, if you have this on PC, and it's also available on console when you go into like your manage files section in the actual game, but on BNet, for instance, I can go through and modify my install. And then with this, you go to the modify install tab and you can see there's the base game that is required here, and that is the COD HQ. That's that 50 gig download that everyone's gonna have to have. But then if you're trying to optimize your file size, I've seen a lot of people say, do I need to have Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer so I can have the guns in MW3 or this, that, whatever else, whatever mix match you want to have here? The answer is no. If you do not plan on going back to MW2 the second MW3 drops, you could uninstall all of MW2 here. You could uninstall multiplayer and just uncheck that and do a new one. I'd save 20 gigs there if I wanted to get rid of co-op. I'm saving 29 gigs. Campaign, I'm saving 55 gigs. So if I have these installed, obviously I'm just upping my file size more and more, but these aren't necessary for what's to come, obviously, with Warzone and MW3. You have to have the base of whatever you're wanting to play. So if you want to play MW2, obviously you have to have that checked. If you want to play MW3, you have to have that checked. If you want to play Warzone, same deal. But as of right now, you can go through, and like I said, it's the same deal on console with just the same content packs. You can uninstall various things, and it'll force you to download the required ones if you accidentally uninstall something that you do need for MW3, but you can't optimize your file size because of that. So this is a big deal for, like I said, quite literally every player. This COD HQ idea that, again, I don't really think is actually as smooth as they hoped it would be, is taking up file size for everyone, and it's growing larger up until launch day here, but you can optimize it if you want. And if you do plan on going back and forth between the games, it unfortunately does mean now, because everything's on the same app, that it's just going to be a very large file at the end of the day. So definitely some much needed information there, some further clarification from COD, which is definitely nice to see that transparency and communication there, but very impactful for everyone who plans on playing MW3 and any COD moving forward. That said, that is going to wrap things up for this one. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on it. And if you're new here, you want to guarantee you are up to date every single day with the latest going on in COD, be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.